Good morning from Berchtesgaden. I've just finished my first sunrise shoot here at the very famous Hintersee. So if you Google Hintersee, you'll find lots of photos all showing the same viewpoint, and yeah, I have to admit I was at the same one and also got a very similar photo today. So just to put it out of the way, I got the main iconic shot now, and I'm here for 2 more days. So the next days I'll try to find some other spots, and yeah, I'm also now using the time of the morning to scout a little bit. So I already found a little secluded area here where I hope there will not be so many photographers tomorrow. So most of the people will be over there at the other spot. So I'm sure there are a few more spots here along the shore. And yeah, I'm currently looking for those, but I also walk through the so-called magic forest, which is this way. And I went through there this morning and it was quite dark, but it was some little creeks. And yeah, I think I'm gonna check them out now and see if I find some photos there. So the light is still quite soft, so we have a bit of cloud cover, so no sun. And I think the forest could look nice this morning, so I'm taking you along now to explore a bit, and yeah, maybe we find some nice composition in the woods. So let's go. So I had to walk away a few steps from this creek I found here, and if you see in the background, I set up my camera there, and yeah, I think I found a nice composition there with this little creek flowing right through the frame, but it's much too loud, so I can't explain my composition there. So yeah, what this shows me is you go to those iconic locations and yeah, you shoot those. Yeah. There's no reason why you shouldn't do so, but afterwards it's always good to look beyond those. So for me, I just walked through this forest right next to this iconic spot, and yeah, it didn't take me long to find some other nice areas which are worth shooting, as this creek here, which I'm not sure if it always has that much water, but it's really nice how it flows through all those greenery. And yeah, I also think down there's another position where I might take a shot. So not far from the iconic location, there's many hidden gems. So about the photo I took here, maybe I can quickly talk you through it. So I have the river flowing through the center of the frame and then going off to the right side. I have, to balance this, a tree on the left and all this greenery around it. And yeah, since I want to have everything tech sharp, I'm doing focus stacking. So I have a point in the foreground, middle ground and background, just to make sure I got everything. And also because the grasses and the leaves are moving a bit, I'm doing several shots here. So I'm using ISO 800 to get some shorter exposures and to have those leaves very sharp. And then also with ISO 200, I get some shots for the flowing water. So I'm not going for the very long exposure here, because then the water, which is flowing very fast, would just lose all of its details. So that's why I use different ISOs to experiment a bit. And that's always good if you're putting waterfalls or creeks in general. You should always try to play around with the settings a bit. Take different ISOs and see what different exposure times look like. Sometimes you want the very silky, smooth water, but the other times, if like here the water is quite wide, you might need shorter exposure times to preserve some detail. And yeah, now I just walk along the stream a bit more and yeah, see if I can find another composition. So I'm now done for the morning. I think I got a few nice photos, especially after shooting the iconic location. Those little streams here in the forest were really nice, and yeah, hopefully the photo I took turns out good. And yeah, I'll now show you the photos. And yeah, for the next days, so I'm here 2 more days, I'm gonna explore a little bit more of this beautiful area. So also going away from the Hintersee, which is the obvious location to photograph, but there are other valleys here, and yeah, maybe I find something which is a little different, and yeah, where I don't have to share the photo spot with other photographers. And yeah, for now I'm gonna head to the hotel, get some breakfast, yeah, and then see what we'll find. See you. Good morning from the Hintersee again. I'm back here at the location which I showed you the other day, the one with the little island in front of the mountains, and currently I'm the only person at this location, and I hope this stays that way. But before I talk you through the composition, quickly want to talk about yesterday. So if you remember, I found this beautiful little creek in the morning which I photographed, and yeah, in the evening there was a thunderstorm rolling through with lots and lots of rain, and after it passed I quickly went back to that location and had the chance to photograph it in completely different light, and this was awesome. And it also showed how important scouting is. So if you use the time to find those spots, you can quickly return when the light is right, or yeah, when you have the perfect conditions, which I had yesterday. So this is great. And also afterwards I went for another stroll through the forest and found yet another beautiful composition which I'm gonna attempt to photograph this evening. But enough about yesterday now. Let's quickly look at the photo I'm taking today. So there's really not much about it. Unfortunately, there are no clouds, so the composition is very simple. So I have the mountains also reflected, so a complete symmetry in the frame. Then this little island with the beautiful small trees on it, which kind of breaks this symmetry a bit. And yeah, unfortunately, there are no clouds today, so not one cloud. Also there's no fog, which is a little bit sad because I think this would make this photo even better. But yeah, again I have to deal with the conditions at hand, and at least with this reflection and the kind of scented composition, I have the perfect comp to complement this clear sky. So there's not much going on. I keep everything clean, and yeah, it will look nice, but I also can already tell you it's not a great photo because today, again, some ingredients is missing, and this time it's light or weather, so to say. So I have one more day tomorrow. Maybe I come back once more to finally get this shot. But yeah, for now I'm just enjoying the morning, and it's really great here, so calm. And yeah, I haven't looked at the other location yet, but I assume there are a few people there, and here it's just me. So I'm gonna enjoy now, and yeah, later gonna have a look at the photo. So till then.
So selfless to all.
So I'm now on my way back to the hotel again. I took the photo, but as I said, there were no clouds and also not much fog, so I'm not so sure if it turns out as I want. I think I'm gonna head back here one last time tomorrow and yeah, see if I then get the right conditions. Otherwise, I've scouted some different comps already, also along the shore. There's a few more areas, so if I return another time this year, I'll have everything sorted. I know exactly where to set up my camera. And also yesterday we did a little hike a bit up into the mountains, and there I also found a viewpoint, so it's not bad if I don't get the photos I want this time. It just means that I have to come back. So for now, back to the hotel, some breakfast and also some more sleep, because in summer you really have to get up early to catch those sunrises. And yeah, this morning I get up 4 in the morning. Tomorrow the same again, I guess, and then I have a long drive, so I'm gonna squeeze in some sleep now. See you. Good morning, one last time from Berchtesgaden. I just finished the last photo shoot here. So I photographed those 3 peaks, which I found yesterday during a scouting hike in the area. So the plans changed. I didn't photograph at Lake Hintersee again. Instead I went to this viewpoint here, which I thought looked very nice and was kind of something different. I hadn't seen photos. It's not Instagram to death yet, so I was alone here. I had this beautiful view for myself, and yeah, it was a great finish, but again I couldn't film down there. It was so loud with a stream rushing by, but yeah, I can now show you the photo and you already saw some impressions. It was a very nice morning and the perfect finish, even though the light was happening in all directions, but not in the direction I was photographing. But yeah, that's just how it is. Often when you have a composition and you have set up everything, it's often that you're looking the other direction and suddenly there the light goes off. But in such cases, it's important to calm down, stick with your composition and not just start rushing around, which I couldn't have done anyway here. There wasn't anything near where I could have changed the composition in the other direction. So I stick with this one and yeah, I'm quite happy in the end. So now I show you the photo, and until next time, see you.